As dawn broke over the lush expanse of the jungle, the vivid colors of the morning sun painted the world in shades of gold and green. Beneath the grandeur of the towering trees, a little human boy named Kiran stirred from his slumber, nestled comfortably against the side of his friend, a great silver wolf named Kale. The warmth of their bond was palpable, forged in the fires of adversity and nurtured by the rhythms of the wild. Kiran had spent nearly a decade of his life within the forest, raised by the creatures who called it home. He was more than just a boy, he was a protector, a guardian of the jungle's secrets, and today, he felt a stirring in his heart that signaled change was coming. The forest was alive with whispers as Kiran and Kale returned from their morning exploration. The trees spoke in rustling leaves and the creatures of the woods shared muted warnings of a lurking danger. The legend of the hunter had spread like wildfire among the forest dwellers, a figure known for his ruthless pursuit of wildlife, driven by greed and a dark desire to conquer the untamed. As they reached their small clearing, Kiran noticed the anxiety etched on the faces of their companions. The wise old elephant, Amani, summoned the others, the monkeys chattered nervously in the trees, while birds flitted above them, their feathers bright against the backdrop of despair. Kiran's heart sank. "What is it?" he asked, kneeling amidst the gathered beasts. "The hunter has set traps throughout the northern section of the forest," Amani reported, his deep voice resonating with sorrow. "He seeks to capture any creature that dares to cross his path. If he is not stopped, the balance of the jungle will shatter." The animal's eyes were wide with fear, but Kiran sensed something else beneath the surface, determination. He stood, wiping his brow. "Then we must act. We can't let him take any more of our kin." Kale's silver fur bristled with excitement. "We have faced many dangers together. We can outsmart him, as we have done before." Kiran nodded, a fire igniting within him. "We need to use the strengths of the jungle. Let's gather the others and create a plan." He felt the pulse of the forest as he spoke, a vibrant rhythm that thrummed through the roots and branches surrounding them. Together, they devised a strategy. The monkeys, quick and agile, would scout ahead, while the birds would carry messages across the canopy. The larger animals would form a protective circle, creating a barrier against the hunter's traps. Kiran would lead them all, for he had learned to navigate the depths of the jungle like a spirit of the wild. The sun reached its zenith as they set their plan into motion. Kiran moved like a shadow through the underbrush, the jungle nurturing his every step. He felt the weight of responsibility on his small shoulders but drew strength from the unity of his friends rallying behind him. As they approached the northern section, they encountered the ominous traps, unsightly metal jaws glinting maliciously in the sun. Kiran's heart raced as they halted in a clearing. Shadows crept along the ground, a sign that danger could strike at any moment. Suddenly, a loud crack echoed through the trees. The hunter appeared, a figure cloaked in darkness, his eyes glinting coldly beneath a broad-brimmed hat. He raised a fearsome weapon, a tranquilizer gun, aiming it at a trembling doe in the distance. Kiran's instincts kicked in. "Now," he shouted, launching himself forward. Kale and their friends erupted from the underbrush, roaring and screeching with righteous anger. The jungle erupted into chaos. The animals charged, distracting the hunter, while the monkey swung overhead, flinging branches and berries to confuse him. Kiran approached, feeling fear and adrenaline intertwine within him. The boy, so small against the ferocity of the hunter, shouted in defiance. "You have no place here. Leave our home." Startled, the hunter turned his aim towards Kiran. He briefly locked eyes with the boy, his gaze revealing a glimmer of uncertainty, a momentary crack in his facade of dominance. In that instant, the jungle responded. The thundering elephants trumpeted fiercely, their sighs a reminder of nature's power. Kiran seized the moment. Together, he called to the animals. They surged forward, created a united front. The hunter, overwhelmed by the cacophony of wildlife, stumbled back, barely able to aim. In the frenzy, connections formed, an alliance of nature binding them together. With one final cry, Kiran stepped forward, impossibly brave, opening his arms wide in a gesture uniting all those who lived beneath the trees. "Release your heart, and let the jungle protect its own." And the jungle answered.